Well, okay, guess Futaba's been taken care of. Yep, no loose ends here. Let's just enjoy our summer break. Nothing whatsoever to worry about.
That's how it's gonna happen, isn't it?
We're the Bittersweet Gamers.
I'm the Opinionator.
We squared.
I wonder how we're going to get re-involved. Surely through Sojiro.
Almost 100%.
Plus, there's this assembly coming up on Monday.
That's true.
You seem quite busy, Sae-san. I take it you're stuck in the middle of everything?
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Stuck in the middle of everything.
The Phantom Thieves made a mockery of us when they brought down Kaneshiro.
It's the truth.
And to make matters worse, Mejid, who has been dormant for some time now, just declared war on them.
Well, sort of?
How much more can they screw us over?
She doesn't know all the pertinence.
Stress is bad for the skin, you know.
Yeah, that's gonna help. Though she's definitely, like, killing herself. You know, she was already grumping like, I was gonna get promoted over Kaneshiro, but instead, we can't take any credit for this. I mean, it's like you imagine that she's sitting there, like, clawing her hair out.
Right?
Did you come all this way simply to be sarcastic?
Yes, it's my stress reliever.
But,
How about you listen to my deductions for a change of pace?
well.
You may think it absurd, but don't you think the case you're pursuing and the actions of the Phantom Thieves overlap somehow?
What are you basing this off of?
I'm just here to push you in a certain direction.
The case you've been pursuing, huh? Now, I suppose this is basically like the psychotic breakdown incident.
Right, right.
The one point of commonality across all cases is how those involved have an unforeseen change of heart.
I like how Akechi is phrasing this as deductions when he quite clearly has some rather inside, personal, and specific knowledge of it.
Right?
Unless we're somehow wrong about that!
I don't think we are.
I've suspected that myself, but those suspicions are unfounded.
How can you say that?
I told you at the beginning that this was only a deduction. These just Phantom Thieves are riling up the public. However, that is a disguise.
What?
Well, remember, Akechi's basically his job is kind of to run metaverse interference.
He runs Metatown!
Yeah, so to speak, anyway.
Their true goal is terrorist action by way of psychotic breakdowns. Is that too much?
I mean,
Right, that's what the SIU director said.
Right, that's clearly where they were going with it in the beginning when we first started talking about this.
There's nothing at the moment that falsifies that claim. Have you mentioned this to the police?
I'd never tell them such things.
I'm just a kid.
Well, they'd never listen to that.
The only value they have to me is in their mobility and organizational capabilities.
It seems having you lend me a hand has paid off.
I'm glad to hear that. What about your case, Sae-san? Did you learn anything from the guardian of that mental shutdown victim's daughter?
Her mother had a mental shutdown.
There we go. We knew that was in there somehow.
Nothing at all.
I see.
They must have suspected Sojiro to have caused the mental shutdown.
That's exactly what I
There
was
we
about to
go.
say. That's where he's being hit from, and that's why he's like, I don't know anything about this. I have nothing to do with this.
Mental what now?
It's because he's being suspected of being the perp, at least in this case.
Yeah.
Now, what should my next action be for our victory?
Handle the Phantom Thieves without remorse.
Now, what does that mean? Sae does not know about the metaverse. We know, even though she may suspect something like this, we know that for a fact based on the interrogation that happens.
This is probably just a restatement of goals.
Oh,
but
gosh.
I really hope we have a boss fight with him.
Oh, you know, that's like 3.5 weeks, I think.
What?
I mean, 3.5 months until that interrogation takes place.
I guess. We don't really know.
It's November.
November?
It happens in November.
Okay.
Handle the thieves. So she's not talking about it from the metaverse angle, but what is she actually asking Akechi to do?
Maybe handle it from the media angle?
Use any means necessary to win. That's how I would deal with
Or
it.
she's speaking in hypotheticals.
Something like that. Yeah, okay.
Very well.
Of course, Akechi is going to take that as,
Right.
well, I've been ordered to use the talents that I possess, which may involve hanging out in the media, may involve my own my own strategizing / deductions. And, oh, by the way, I can also go into the metaverse and take him out there. But yeah, I don't have to tell you that. But like you said, any means necessary.
This seems to be fun for you. Are you on to something?
Why, no. I'm just lying to you about everything.
No, not at all. Well then, to our victory.
Said that like there was a toast or something.
Police coming after us. Medjed coming after us. Thieves on the defensive.
Okay.
And so naturally, that means it's time for sushi.
Gotta get your priorities straight. Yes?
Man, the flounder is out of this world. That texture.
I love Ryuji's eating voice.
I'm kind of imagining sushi now. It's been ages since I've had good sushi.
I don't see any prices listed here.
You're good, don't worry, man. It's okay.
Seriously.
It's called market price. Don't worry about it. We got the cash.
So good. Hey, is the fatty tuna ready yet?
Oh, and I have never had that.
God, stop drooling so much, Damon.
Hold your horses and don't talk.
Yeah, I think hearing a cat in here.
By the way, is Boss really the kind of person who would abuse someone?
You already asked that.
My answer hasn't changed, and I'm still eating this freaking sushi. I'm like looking at them and trying to identify some of them.
That again?
I can't get it off my mind. Especially if it means he could be taken to court. What kind of person is he? Do you truly believe he'd do such a thing?
Once again, no.
We explained this in great detail last time. Absolutely not. It still seems like he's protecting Futaba, and as we have gotten more information, that appears to be pretty confirmed.
Yup.
It's definitely better than that super bleak case that we posted.
No chance.
I mean, truth be told, that's not necessarily true, and I can't say no based on these reactions, so, I mean, I don't think so, but honestly, this is the better answer. I don't know.
If it's really true about the abuse, he'd be a no-good jerk pretending to be a guardian.
Maybe the chief is the one who needs a change of heart.
Like we were talking about.
Foreshadowing.
Oh, I wonder if this incident would affect Jito at all. I mean, him losing custody of his daughter. Don't you see
you're
how
right.
there might be some degree of overlap?
Yeah.
Like, Jito might... We were always wondering why Sojito took Jito in. Some of it could have actually been to, like bolster his own case.
Yeah. Oh, good point, good point.
Hold on a sec. About that. I actually got curious after our conversation and checked his name in the nav.
Yes?
You rock, On! Good job showing initiative and doing something without, like, Jito and Morgana going, blah, 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 do this.
Rock on. On. Eh?
Shut your back mouth.
Oh.
Sounds to me like there wasn't a hit.
He didn't say shut my front mouth.
Dang! I'll regret that for the next 15 minutes!
Right.
Oh.
Anything beyond this is his family's problem.
Good.
We probably shouldn't get any more involved.
No, I still think we should get involved.
As the Phantom Thieves, though, is that...
Even if not as Phantom Thieves, they should... Jiro should be involved as a friend of the family, kind of?
We, the players... Okay, yeah, I buy that. We, the players, have information that the thieves do not, so...
Okay, that's fair.
Wait, you think Alibaba could be Boss's ex-wife?
That's a bit of a stretch, I think, but...
No weirder than the bizarre idea
That it was Sojiro?
He must have cheated on her, and that's where Futaba came from.
Ryuji,
Doubtful.
sit down before you hurt yourself.
Your imagination has run rampant.
How foolish.
Shut up, Ryuji. And Jiro just nods.
Still, This is delicious. I've never experienced anything quite like it before.
What did Madarame feed you? Cat food?
Man, and it's all thanks to us being
Ryuji!
He just wants a bunch of pats on the head.
Oh, the chef looked!
Crap.
The other patrons do?
Why?
Oh, Ryuji.
Why? Why are you so stupid?
You lovable pumpkin.
Fantastic! This sushi is delicious! Yeah! The fish is so fresh!
Nice save, guys.
Everywhere we go, we hear about these phantom thieves.
What rubbish.
They need to stay out of our restaurants.
Whew!
Think about where we are, Ryuji.
Do you know how much trouble we've had because of you and your mouth?
Sorry, it just kind of slipped.
Maybe I should shut my back mouth.
And your front mouth.
Oh.
My apologies for bringing up boss again. We should just enjoy the food.
There'll be time for existential despair later.
I'm in existential despair because I'm not eating sushi.
Nijima-san, what are you doing here?
You see how he walked it up to them with such purpose? Or maybe
Yeah.
that's just his walking animation.
Akechi-kun.
Akechi?
Yeah, that's right. We had forgotten this, that like they had happened to meet at Shujin at one point, that scene hadn't paid off yet. That was
Yeah.
some time ago too.
Why was he at Shujin?
I don't remember why.
He doesn't go there.
It was...
He never said. He just said he was in the area. Well, I mean, obviously he was meeting with Kobayakawa or something.
You're the ones from the TV station. Could it be that you're friends of Nijima-san?
Is that like takeout that Jiro has? Or
That's the sushi.
okay,
It's like he got to take some with him.
okay.
Do you know this guy?
It's nice to meet you.
Oh yeah, Yusuke wasn't there. It was just Jiro and Ryuji.
And An was there too.
Was On there?
Yeah, it was there. It was the field trip from their class.
Yeah, no, you're right. On was there.
My name is Akechi. Glad to make your acquaintance, Yusuke Kitagawa.
Boy, I've forgotten everything, haven't I? I mean, clearly what Akechi was doing did involve his own investigation into these appropriate people.
Right?
So of course he would know who all these people are.
How do you know my name?
I know everything.
I'm still embarrassed that I've forgotten all this, though.
Well, because I'm a psychic, of course.
Hold on, I'm having Dangan flashbacks.
We seem to be getting this a lot.
I'm only joking. In truth, I'm a rookie detective. You're a former pupil of Madarame, right? I have actually just recently joined the investigation team looking into the Phantom Thieves.
So I'm here to state this to all of you, the Phantom Thieves.
He has to suspect.
He probably knows.
Yeah, he probably does know, but the reason that he knows...
It's because of his investigation. Like you said, if the police
that's
had
just
properly done their investigation, they would have at least suspected them.
That's just enough to give them something to put suspicion on them. It would
Right.
actually take Akechi doing something in the metaverse, I guess, to find out. But I mean, he can do that.
Yeah.
So,
Did you see that Mejed has declared war on them?
yeah, don't worry about that. That's over now, apparently.
War? Their website was updated
Oh.
just a moment ago.
Oh, I see.
All right.
For real? English again.
I'm so bad at it.
Wait, what?
Guys, this is a trap. This is a trap.
What's it say?
Why? They both were just like, oh my god, really? Medjed declared war on the Phantom Thieves? We have to immediately check.
You know, you're right about that. And the thing is we know that, Akechi knows that Jiro is a big supporter of them, sure. But they were like, what? Oh my gosh, we're big fan boys. Oh, he got him good,
Oh,
too.
I mean, look at his pose.
Huh. Why do you seem so agitated?
Yup!
Oh,
She's a huge fan of the Phantom Thieves. A total nutjob for him.
I mean, if you were to go and ask somebody, I don't know, the restaurant they were just at, which is easily, you can easily figure out that they were just at a restaurant by looking at, like, the leftovers that Juno's carrying, go there and, like, the guy working will be like, oh yeah, those kids said they were the Phantom Thieves.
Yeah.
And then got real embarrassed.
Yeah.
I don't know how wise it is to be a fan of groups like them.
Oh, he's totally on top of things.
Guys, why do you have to be so dumb?
What is with these comments?
I mean, to be fair, it's Akechi, so you can't blame them, but...
My apologies. I didn't mean to butt into your conversation, but I must say, this is an interesting group.
And here, of course, is where he hits them with everything I've been harping on for like 78 episodes now.
Prosecutor Nijima's sister, an ex-pupil of Madarame, and a few Shujin Academy students.
Yes?
And a cat in your bag.
It seems you're all connected to the Phantom Thieves. Perhaps you have better intel than I do.
How would he know that Nijima-senpai was connected to the Phantom Thieves? He shouldn't know about her connection to Kaneshiro.
Kaneshiro,
I mean, we know how he knows, but...
Kaneshiro confessed, right?
Oh, you're right. Haha, never mind.
Well, it's maybe he said, maybe he didn't, but also another connection she has is the sister of Sae.
That's fair. Okay, I see what you're saying. Never mind.
Plus, she is a Shujin student.
That's true.
And was somebody who Kobayakawa, and he would know
also
this.
Also true,
'cause
yeah.
he directly works for the SIU director.
Yeah.
And he would know that Kobayakawa had tried
her
to use
look into
her.
them.
Right.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. I wanted to ask you something.
Are you the Phantom Thieves?
Looks like the plot is really beginning to thicken.
Regarding this whole Mejed commotion, if you were one of the Phantom Thieves, what would you do?
Answer very carefully, David.
I would probably ignore them unless I had more specific information indicating that they really were a credible threat.
Yeah.
I yelled and screamed and ranted and raved about this recently, so I'm going to answer it like that. Neater.
That is unexpected. Only a small minority of people believe that is the best decision.
Well, as it turns out, I'm the leader of the Thieves!
Sorry to disappoint, but we're just normal high school kids. If anything, we want to hear what you gotta say, Mr. Detective.
It's like, it's not pro wrestling!
Yeah!
If the Phantom Thieves want to, I mean, it's one thing if there's a genuine threat to them, or if they really are that bad, which apparently they are, actually, but it's like, if you're trying to reform society, you don't start by trying to act like you're in some sort of a sporting event.
Right? Oh yeah! You Phantom Thieves walking around like you own the place.
I mean, that's going to entertain a lot of folks, but it's not going to convince anybody that they're doing the right thing.
But you're up against the Medjed man, Macho Randy Savage.
The Phantom Thieves has led me to believe they are a group of juveniles. They have a relative amount of free time after school and a hideout to slip away to.
Speaking of waging war,
Right.
or like declaring war.
The real threat here is Akechi basically walking up and saying, "You're the thieves. I know you're the thieves. Now,
Neener.
Now, what are you gonna do about it?"
Furthermore, considering Kamoshida was their first target, it seems they began activity around April.
When the school year began.
Thank you so very much for following up on the available clues.
In a way, all I've just said about the Phantom Thieves coincides with the group you have here.
What? You gonna report us?
Isn't that a foolish thing to say? If they're talking to Akechi, who just walked up and said, "By the way, I'm now on the Phantom Thieves case."
Right? Well, that's Ryuji
I
saying
didn't
it.
say I was being suspicious of you.
I mean,
No.
part of me wants to say it.
Don't. Good to hear.
Good to hear, buddy. Seem to remember saying you could come and talk anytime, but this isn't quite what I had in mind, though I guess I always knew it was going to come to this.
Right?
It seems you're not perturbed in the slightest.
Because
Well,
if I acted perturbed, that would just give you more proof.
Blow off Medjed, not be perturbed by your provocations.
You really are an intriguing one. I lack your calm mannerisms, but don't you think my deduction is an interesting one?
Never mind the fact that I've been crowing about it being extremely reasonable for quite some time. No, I think you're stupid and your vest is dumb.
You dissing the sweater vest?
You shouldn't wear a vest like that for 15 more years, kids. Also, your hair is smelly.
I bet we'd make a great team if we worked together.
I suspect he's right.
What the hell are you saying?
Ryuji!
I'm curious to hear what you have to say. You seem to be a wealth of information.
I stay pretty informed.
In return, I'll teach you how to make deductions.
Is this how we actually advance the...
What are you getting at?
Right?
He just came up to be like, "What's up, guys? You're the Phantom Thieves and I'm investigating you." And then is like, "Ah, pretty neat though, isn't it?" And then is saying, "Let's work together more." I can't trust him.
He's trying to sway us to his side. Like recruit us. Specifically Jiro.
Recruiting the thieves would be exceedingly useful, but I mean, one wonders how independent Akechi is being versus how independent he wants to be.
Yeah. We've already come to a belief that he's just as a victim as everyone else.
If not more so, yes.
If not more so. Like, he probably does not want to be doing what he is doing.
I believe that is a fair trade-off for you.
But when he was saying that he wanted the Phantom Thieves to be real and be just, he was probably telling the truth. I wonder if he's going to be like, "Help me get rid of these guys."
Maybe?
That would be
Maybe.
He is also saying, and this is the important part, "I've got you, and I can take you at any time, but I am not taking you right now."
Yeah.
Now, what do you make of that? And that is
That's interesting.
really fascinating. I wonder how everyone's going to respond to this.
Did we get an ability finally? No, guess not? Okay.
Well, this has been a valuable point of reference for me. I hope to see you all again.
In the metaverse!
What was that about?
We'll either run into him here in whatever this next palace is going to be, or it might yet be some time. But I'm assuming that we should be running into him pretty soon. No, it should be just about immediately. The question is, will we be able to recognize him as Akechi?
Probably not. He had like a voice distortery thing.
And the
one scene we saw him at.
You know, based on Makoto's reaction, it does appear as though there's like that Sailor Moon effect where you can't really see, like get the identity of the obviously dressed up people.
Right.
Do you think he's ascertained our true identities?
Yes.
Maybe by confronting them with this, it will weaken them in the metaverse because of their cognition. He's attacking them with cognition.
Making them more cautious, but to what end?
In case we do have a boss fight with him.
Like in case he does confront us?
Yeah.
I mean, but there's no guarantee that effect would be there. It might be something of the effect of like kind of a hunter.
The opposite then.
Like a hunter taunting his prey. Maybe.
Well, maybe he's trying to power them up then. If that, assuming that I am correct in my assumption.
Nah, couldn't be. Right?
Ever the blind optimist, boy. Why don't you shout, "I'm the Phantom Thieves," like several more times. Me am thief!
I'd like to say that it's simply us overthinking this, but it may be best to be cautious from now on.
I mean, especially if Medjed just escalated it on their end, too.
Yeah.
We shouldn't forget that Alibaba was able to discover who we are.
true, but it's not as though he had tangible evidence to prove that discovery.
Yeah, but if he knew enough to talk to you about it, then he probably did.
Well, no, there is no tangible evidence outside of perhaps their phones.
Okay, tangible. I see.
I mean, otherwise it would just be like circumstantial evidence, but nothing that could actually definitively prove it.
Gotcha.
Although one may be concerned if they had their access to their phone records.
Right.
But who says he has to do everything above board?
That's true.
Absolutely no one.
Yeah.
He just has to know who they are so they can be dealt with in the metaverse.
Right.
If he steers them towards a particular location in the metaverse, then he'll know that they will be there and have a rough idea of the time that they'll be there, and that's when he can come in.
Because they'll be after school.
Because that'll be hit. Well, I mean, and like the period of time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, now that I have fed them in this direction, or led them in this direction, I know that between this amount of time and this time, that there's a chance that they'll be here in this particular location in the metaverse, and so now I can actually track them down here.
Gotcha.
As is an assignment from not only the SIU director and whatever the Cabal is, but kind of from Sae, too, and his own purposes, whatever those may be. Yusuke would be right if the metaverse weren't involved, because normal police can never discover it. But also, if the police are corrupt, it may not matter if they can't prove that sort of evidence or not.
Just keep acting normally.
Live an honest school life.
More importantly, things are getting serious with Medjed.
Yeah, what'd they say now?
Oh yeah, what did they write?
I can't read English. I'm stupid.
Here, I'll read it. We are disappointed in the people of Japan and their belief in the Phantom Thieves' false justice. Hence, we shall proceed with our plan to cleanse Japan.
Cleanse?
This process will commence on August 21st.
What's our deadline?
As a result, the Japanese economy shall suffer devastating damages.
So Medjed is actually going to target Japan now?
I guess so.
For real?
Keep going.
However, we are magnanimous. We will give the Phantom Thieves one final opportunity to repent.
I mean, all the stuff I was saying before about ignoring Medjed was before we found out other things.
And then we kind of thought that it was just Futaba sort of trying to go. We thought for a minute.
We considered for a period of time.
Yeah.
Because this is like a really big deal.
Yeah.
As proof of this repentance, we demand that they reveal their identities to the public. We will attack if these demands remain unmet. The future of Japan rests with the Phantom Thieves.
Okay, but I wonder if some sort of Spartacus thing is going to, like, I'm the Phantom Thief! I'm in the Phantom Thief!
I doubt it.
We are Medjed, we are unseen, we will eliminate evil. That's what it says.
Like med jerks.
Sounds bad.
I kind of can't believe that they're so ridiculous. Can there ever be a target bigger than them? Well, what I'm saying is...
Maybe not.
They're threatening the freaking country.
Yeah! Yes! There would be a target that threatens the world!
Well, I mean, maybe Mementos kind of does.
Maybe?
In other words, if we don't unmask ourselves, Medjed will attack Japan, correct?
But it does seem to be kind of centralized in Japan, at least this branch of Mementos. We don't know if there's any somewhere else.
Well, right. I'm not trying to go too far with that. It's just that's the only way to escalate it further beyond, like, going deep into, like, the source of a lot of the evil that's here.
And it seems they're quite the attention seekers.
What are we gonna do about this?
At this point, that you crush them as the Phantom Thieves.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, again, Medjed has made such ridiculous threats that now if they get stopped by the Phantom Thieves, then the Phantom Thieves turn out to look good.
Right.
If Medjed hadn't made any of these threats, they would look like, the thieves would end up looking like they were a threat to society, like Akechi is saying.
Right.
But instead, the threat to society is Medjed.
Man, we really need Alibaba now.
Yeah.
Only we could get in contact with Alibaba.
Right?
Do you like how we keep predicting the very next line?
Yeah.
Our only clues are Boss and Futaba.
Anyways, it's too damn hot out here. Why don't we go to LeBlanc? We can talk more over there. We went through all sorts of options on our way here, but looks like we got no choice but to ask for Alibaba's help.
However the hell we get in touch with them. Her.
Should be able to get in touch with Alibaba just by saying Alibaba, 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 Alibaba,
Open
Alibaba.
sesame!
Yeah.
Question is, how do we get in touch with him?
He cut off all contact with us after that misunderstanding. Then again, if we manage to steal Futaba's heart, he may attempt to reach out to us once more.
Huh.
That is an interesting way to look at it.
Huh.
I don't... based on the evidence we have, I guess that would be more effective.
Yeah.
That would definitely get Alibaba's attention. But how is Alibaba not Futaba? So...
brain overload.
But, I mean, this makes sense.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they've only got till August 21st.
That's about a month.
What I mean by that is...
More time than the last one.
Like, how would stealing, unless Medjed is Futaba.
Uh-huh.
How would stealing Futaba's heart then give us... It's like, are we going to have a double whammy of palaces here?
Maybe.
But we don't have any clues on what her keywords are.
We'll just guess them.
Well, Jiro has heard a few specific things from Sojiro, and it might not be outside of the realm of possibility for Makoto to ask her sister some surface level stuff.
Uh-huh.
Damn it, Alibaba! Where the hell are you?
Actually, he may be closer than we think.
Yes?
Then there's the physical search method.
It's true.
Maybe like true thieves, it's time to break into a house?
Huh?
Hypothetically speaking, even if we stole Futaba's heart, how would Alibaba know that the deed has been done? Would he truly be able to discern that just from cell phone messages?
Oh.
That makes sense.
You mean he'd have to meet her in person? Alibaba was able to deliver the calling card here. On top of that, he can check on Futaba's condition.
My god, maybe it is Sojiro. But that wouldn't make any sense.
Unless Sojiro did it like that to show he didn't know, to try and help protect Jiro. Sort of?
What do you mean?
By not admitting to Jiro that he knows, he can continue to let Jiro stay there and not have any connection to the Phantom Thieves.
Okay, yeah, that
Oh
is,
man, boss is amazing!
that is a very... Assuming he manages to somehow have the technical skill to do these things, then that would make him like the perfect person who could actually oh wait, now that I'm thinking about it. So yeah, that would line up. Okay? Like that is a decent enough argument. Consider this. That call, like in the middle of all this nonsense about, oh no, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah?
In the midst of like whatever legal battle it is he's going through over custody of his daughter.
Right.
At the same time, this letter shows up for Jiro, and he like literally ignores it and hands it to him himself.
Yeah! You're right!
I mean, I still think it's a stretch, but if he had those the technical computery capabilities, then he would fit, and that kind of makes more sense than Futaba saying, steal my heart.
Yeah!
Because if that was really Futaba,
Uh-huh.
wouldn't she actually say, steal my heart?
Yeah, there would be no point for Futaba to hide it.
Or at the very least, when it's like, you need to meet in person, I can take care of that, or something like that.
Yeah.
Instead, the reaction was, you need to meet in person? Okay, that's completely impossible. In fact, now that I think about it, there's absolutely no way that meeting can happen. As in, what happens when Jiro talks to Sojiro? Like, oh, Futaba? No, we ain't even talking about that.
Okay,
it's like he blew
so...
that off the same way. I still feel like that, like Alibaba being Sojiro is a stretch, but I suppose we've discovered the possibility because everything would fit.
She is putting it together for us.
However, according to the circumstances he put forth, He's unable to meet with us. This leads me to believe that it would be bad for him if we were to see the two of them together. It seems to me...
Yes?
And it's like the timing of that card showing up.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like it shows up when he's in a position where where his daughter is extremely relevant.
Yeah, no.
And that's when the card appears.
Right.
Alibaba may in fact
Oh.
be Futaba herself.
Or maybe our original idea was...
For real?
I mean, that's what we were saying. Like I said, I still thought it was a stretch and was still operating under that assumption.
So she's asking that we steal her own heart?
Without really understanding what that means, but...
Maybe she wants us to save her from the scars of her abuse. That would be hard to ask directly.
That
I'd like to meet with Boss. He lives nearby, right?
that also wouldn't really work.
Would it?
Stealing her twisted desires? What would... Oh, okay, no, I understand what they're saying. Never mind,
Like,
I get it.
Basically, it's like if you're obsessed with hating yourself,
Yeah, no, I
then it
gotcha.
absolves you of your guilt.
No, I understood exactly, yeah.
It's like Kawakami and trying to buy off her
Yeah.
debt. Or, I mean, buy off her guilt. It's like it's never going to accomplish anything. Knocking that out would let her move on.
Yeah, and Makoto could probably get something out of him.
Yes, because her name is Nijima, and they conveniently did not have a discussion about that when they met.
Oh,
you know, it's
yeah.
like, hi, I'm Makoto Nijima, and he was like, Nijima? Well, anyway, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
That works.
Time to go to Boss's house.
I agree. It's real late, though. What are we gonna tell Boss when we get there?
Hold on, let me get my megaphone. Hey, we're the Phantom Thieves.
We'll say this takeout sushi is a gift for him.
Hey,
That
convenient.
works.
But my fatty tuna!
Oh, poor Morgana.
I want to try fatty tuna too!
No complaining.
Let's all go together. Boss may get the wrong idea if he and I show up alone.
That is true.
Poor Morgana. Nobody is answering. But the lights are on.
Come on.
Think he's napping?
Even Boss would have woken up with how many times we've rung this doorbell. I would think Futaba would have answered by now if she were here too. But, I mean, she's clearly never gonna answer a door.
Well, and she's got the headphones on all the time.
The gate is unlocked.
Dude, you can't go opening other people's stuff like that.
Hey,
But look, the door seems to be slightly open as well. Uh-oh. I wonder why. That's rather careless.
Surely there's nothing really crazy. Oh, okay, I was like, what was that? Whoa, it sounds like it's gonna rain. We should get inside. That's a good excuse.
Do you think that's okay? Probably? My apologies, boss.
I mean, this makes it easier to storm in.
Wow. You finally get to see what his house looks like.
hello, sir?
There goes the ominous thunder.
What is it, 2 weeks
He's
ago?
not out, is he?
Huh. I do not like the way this place is presented. I mean, that's clearly Futaba back there, but maybe.
Maybe he doesn't live here.
Then where would he live?
I don't know.
People see. I mean, he shops for food
You're
in
right,
the area.
you're right, and he does get stuff delivered there, so he has to. Okay.
The door ahead is open, and I can hear the TV.
I hope he didn't pass out or something. I mean, Boss is kind of old, ain't he?
Oh, come
He's not that
on!
old!
I mean, what? He's in his 50s at the latest. You're not an ancient person in your 50s.
Freaking
I'm
kids.
a bit worried. Should we go in and check on him?
Please excuse us.
Make sure to take off your shoes.
Scream? What was that? How should I know?
What?
The power just cut out like that. This is totally going to be conflated into something it isn't.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
This is all presented like this, and it's just not gonna...
Did you hear that?
I was taking it really seriously, and you think it's gonna end up being a big joke.
Maybe not a big joke, but it's probably not gonna be as bad as they think.
It'll be blown up. Well, one of
That's
us will be
kind
right.
of what I mean. Okay. Place your bets!
Let's get out of here, please! Can we just go?
What are you freaking out for?
I'm not freaking out! Could it be Alibaba? I mean, Futaba?
I mean, Ali Futaba?
I mean, this is definitely presented real creepy. Up until now, and on is jumping around like eek, eek, eek.
Sorry, can I hold your hand?
Yeah.
Shipping! That's more than my hand, honey.
I can sense someone's presence.
What?
Who is it? Who's there?
It's the god of death himself.
I can't take this anymore. I'm leaving. No, my legs won't move.
You see, this has to...
There you have it. As soon as An started really freaking out.
Yeah.
Alibaba! Futaba! Hey, come on, where are you?
Futali Baba Ba?
Huh, well, this isn't quite what I expected. So she poked out and then also ran away screaming.
Well, she heard voices, probably wondering what's going on.
You're a hacker, right? Just show yourself!
What does that have to do with hacking?
I'm sorry, please save me, sis!
Are you okay, Futaba?
Oh, man.
Crap, he's home.
Huh.
Who the hell are you? Don't move!
And he's gonna see in just a second, and...
Yep.
Did you hear me?
I'm so sorry, sis! Somebody please save me!
He's gonna think it's a date.
No, not with everybody else.
Well, that's why they ran off and hid. See, he can't see them.
You? What are you doing in my house?
What are you not doing in your... you clearly just came back, though.
I like your giant frog, sir.
That is a pretty good frog.
You're...
Oh, I see.
Good evening, sir. We didn't mean to intrude.
Uh-huh.
Nijima-san. Wait, are you two dating?
Yes?
We're just friends.
Friends nowadays get that close to each other?
Your position is pretty provocative.
I love how Gino is just standing there like all calm and cool, had been the whole time.
That's what he does.
That's not it. This, things happened and...
Oh, okay.
You kids are here too?
We brought you some sushi, but nobody answered when we rang the bell. The door was unlocked too.
And it was about to rain,
Yep.
and they really are bringing him sushi.
Yeah.
Phew.
We could hear the TV though, so we got worried you might have passed out or something.
Because you're old. I mean, what?
The door was unlocked?
It was.
Yes.
They couldn't have gotten in otherwise.
I do that sometimes.
Whew.
Guess I'm getting old.
Hey, quit providing ammunition about the old thing.
Excuse me. There's something we'd like to
Now
ask.
might not be the time for this, but
Well, the tension is already so ridiculous.
that's true.
Huh? You want to ask me?
I mean, everybody's like really embarrassed.
Yeah.
There's someone else living here. Isn't there?
They could have said they heard the scream when the lights cut off. Because they did.
That is true.
Yeah,
Oh.
Maybe he's just worn down about it at this point.
my daughter.
Could she be Futaba Sakura?
You told Nijima-san too?
Is there any way we could meet with Futaba-san?
Why? But why is he so protective?
Right?
I think we may have frightened her earlier, so we'd like to apologize if at all possible.
Very smooth!
Well, that's...
He doesn't seem so...
Is she sick?
He doesn't seem so defensive right now, does he?
No.
No, it's not like that.
I'm trying to process his response and why it is the way it is.
I
Yeah,
don't want you all getting the wrong idea.
he's broken down at this point. It's like if he acts too defensive, he might be sort of proving...
Also, he thinks pretty highly of Jiro's friends.
That's true, that's true. I
There
mean,
might still be a small bit of, like, you have a criminal record, what do you want with my daughter with Jiro, but not with the others.
yeah, with everybody else too.
Maybe Ryuji some, but...
I shouldn't have kept this a secret from you.
That is the truth.
Let's talk at my shop. She'll hear us if we stay here. Now, where do I start?
I have really been wanting to get to the bottom of this.
Futaba's mother and I knew each other long before Futaba was born.
That's generally how it works, yes?
Her mother was a bit of a weird one, but we got along well for some reason.
You are also more than a little weird yourself, sir.
She was sharp-witted, somewhat stern, a little socially inept, but always carefree.
Seems nice.
She truly was a great woman.
I see.
When something piqued her interest, that'd be all she focused on. She always worked deep into the night.
Yeah, I know how that works.
I thought that'd change after her kid was born. But having Futaba didn't do much.
She kept up her energy, huh?
Even with that, she always took good care of her.
There we go.
That's good to know.
Working and watching over a child at the same time sounds rough.
I guess raising Futaba alone turned out to be tough on her in more ways than one.
Yeah, why'd you, like, abandon her like that, man?
It may have just been a dalliance and he didn't know she'd been born yet. Like, they weren't actually together, but they got it on and then went their separate ways and he found out later. Maybe.
Maybe. I don't really buy that, though.
I'm just saying, maybe.
I mean, it's also possible that Futaba wasn't his.
That's true.
Alone?
There wasn't a father.
Oh?
Wasn't him, huh?
Do you mean...
Well, there probably was one. I didn't know him, though. She never said a word about him either. She was single when she gave birth to Futaba, and single when she raised her.
I see. And then he must have
They
married
were
her
an
after.
ordinary, loving family. You could really tell how much she cared for Futaba.
Or adopted her.
Yeah, because, I mean, she has the last name.
But one day, she left, leaving Futaba behind.
And so at this point, the only person who could take care of her was Sojiro.
Yeah.
I mean, he was obviously close to them, close to the family. Now, the way he said that...
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to be circumspect here. She left?
Yes. She committed suicide.
Oh.
After the breakdown.
Suicide?
Threw herself into the street. Right in front of Futaba's eyes.
Oh my god!
Jesus.
Right in front of her? Jeez, no wonder Futaba is
The shut-in, yeah.
Shocking doesn't begin to describe that.
It's gotta be devastating for a kid.
I mean, I can't even be flippant or over analytical about that.
Right.
It'll just mess you up.
So... Well, a lot happened after that, but I ended up taking custody of Futaba.
Well, that just proves beyond a shadow of a doubt how much of a good guy Sojiro is.
Yeah.
First, she was so depressed, she wouldn't even talk to me.
Was that because she couldn't get over her mother's suicide?
I mean, that's a small way of, or rather an understatement.
Do you think Futaba's twisted desire might be
what?
suicide?
That is possible, yeah. I mean, save her from herself?
Yeah.
I kept talking to her, though, and she started opening up to me, little by little.
or from her memory. No, I think you might have there might be something to that about the distortion being suicide.
Oh.
That's when I found out. Futaba blames herself for her mother's death.
Now, how long had she blamed herself, you know? Like, we don't know how old she was when it happened.
Right.
But it's like, did she blame herself then, or did she blame herself after having gotten older and understood more about the world? You know, like knowing it was a single mom and that she was pushing herself too hard. It's my fault she did it.
Right.
What? But why?
That part she's never told me. I wanted to know what led her to believing that, but I decided not to rub salt in the wound.
And again, I don't mean to trivialize this. I mean, I've kind of talked about it a bit with An. It seems that people in these situations really naturally blame themselves.
Then, a few months ago, she started getting real scared, even when nothing was happening. She'd say things like, "I hear voices," and "Mom is looking at me."
Holy.
Visual and auditory hallucinations.
Now, does that have something to do with the metaverse in some way?
Might just be grief related?
I don't know. That would seem kind of random, but we don't really know.
Have you taken Futaba to a doctor?
I mean, yeah, that's the first thing you do.
I wanted to, but she refused. Even when I had a doctor come, she locked herself away in her room. Since then, she's become what you'd call a shut-in. She won't take a single step outside the house, or even try to see other people.
What about you?
She doesn't even let me come in her room.
Wow.
That's pretty harsh.
Futaba is, well, a unique girl.
And completely isolated, but she wasn't so isolated before. One wonders if she's afraid something will happen, like something more specific will happen. But it does clearly seem like what she wants is to be saved from her own grief.
Yeah.
She's so quick-minded that conversations with her tend to jump from one topic to the next. It seems like she's always coming to conclusions in her head. There's a lot I don't get about her.
So, why is he going to lose custody? Because she became a shut-in? But that's...
They might see that as abuse?
No. It happened because of the doctor.
Oh!
That it's gotta be because of that doctor.
Yeah.
Like, he reported that to the police.
So, yeah, her situation is why I couldn't let you in my house.
Okay.
That makes perfect sense.
Don't worry about it.
Thanks.
And I could really see why you wouldn't want to talk about this.
Yeah.
Though, I might note, sir, that, say at the beginning, if you would have been like, man, you think you got a messed up background?
Yeah.
Let's bond.
Yeah.
And wouldn't that have actually brought them, like, kind of a bit closer together?
Yeah.
But who really wants to talk about a situation like that?
What Futaba needs is a safe place where nobody will threaten her. Somewhere she can be at ease.
That's not what she needs. That's what she wants.
Right.
Or what he wants for her, but that's mistaken.
Correct.
That's why I won't do anything she doesn't want. I don't make her do anything she's unwilling to either.
You gotta shake her up and get her out of there.
I do not want to try and, again, trivialize, that's my word of the episode, I guess. I do not want to trivialize what she is going through or how difficult the situation is. But I will say that as her parent, it is all on you.
Yeah.
You cannot just completely give in to your child. That's not how it works. Yes, she needs help, and you and your expectations of her are one part of that help. And an important part.
He doesn't have any experience raising kids, though. That's probably what the problem is.
He doesn't have,
He's not her actual father. He didn't raise her from a child. He took her in when she was...
We don't know how old she was,
True.
But he's raised her for several years, and that hasn't been... Who else would take care of her?
Yeah.
You know, I don't think the problem is their relationship.
Well, no. I'm just saying that he doesn't have too much experience with like that sort of thing, you know?
Yeah, he's still in the wrong here, but now
no, I agree with you.
Especially because it hasn't been like she hasn't been a shut-in like that for that long. It's like it's not so ingrained that you can't stop it.
Yeah. No, I agree with you that he's in the wrong. I'm just saying.
And again, I know that's no way for her to live.
Good. The thing we were just talking about.
It's like taking care of her like that for a week or two. I mean, I don't know. It seems like he should just knock it out, but he's terrified for her.
Yeah.
That's all I can do, though.
It's like after she turned away the doctor, what?
And she won't try and connect to him and let him in.
She won't even let him in her room. That, I mean, it makes me wonder if she's afraid that she's going to do something to him.
Yeah. This one's a toughie. Well, he wouldn't know.
I think this is the best thing. It's not out of lack of concern for
Yeah.
Futaba or her feelings, but Futaba's concern is she doesn't want this.
Yeah.
But is that what you want? Is that what you desire?
What I desire, huh?
Is that what you think the best thing to do as her father is?
I know it's cliche, but more than anything, I want Futaba to be happy, like a normal person. Well, that's that.
Happy like the way she used to be?
Yeah.
So, can you just leave her be?
No!
No, you kind of opened this all up, so too bad.
It is the narrative right of the protagonist to meddle in the affairs of other people, especially to help them.
What would you call it? Something of the protagonist's box
Yeah.
instead of Pandora's box?
You've opened the box now.
You'll never get rid of me now! And especially because all my friends are already involved with this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm gonna head back then.
So can we come?
You all had better head home soon, too.
No, we need to talk to your daughter.
Can we visit your house?
Please.
We'll get you.
I feel awful for prying into his personal affairs.
It's the truth, but...
The right thing is not always the nice thing.
Yeah. Yes.
No way in hell he's abusing her.
Exactly!
Yes!
The reason why Futaba wants her heart stolen must be related to what happened to her mother.
So she'd like to discard her feelings of pain, but can't do anything about it herself.
I mean, I think I mentioned this before. It seems like this should be one of the true purposes of the Fan Thieves, is to help people overcome grief.
Will changing her heart really help her, though?
Yes.
If we can help her, we may be able to stand up to Medjed.
So, maybe it will just be like one to the other, and we have to take care of her before we can go after Medjed. So we got 2 palaces to go through. Now hers is probably not going to be that big.
It also could be that there is no Medjed Palace, and Futaba is able to deal
Just
with that
out-hack them or
entirely in the
whatever,
real
yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Or, like, to be honest, I think it would be exceedingly awesome if it were what you just said.
I believe the obvious answer is it's possible.
Yeah, I just don't really like that type of response.
Well, do you want to go with we do need clues? Make it a little less personal? Like you're only helping her because it helps you?
Well, no, it's just that just seems like so much of a... Who cares? It's possible. We need to do it.
Yeah.
Hold on a sec. Do we even know if she has a palace?
We don't, but... You know, I've been concerned from the beginning that we were going to run up against, like, not everybody has a palace, but apparently,
But then wouldn't she be a Memento's target?
There's quite a lot of palaces out there. So if she didn't have a palace, though I suspect she does, considering how bad it is.
Right.
So if she didn't have a palace, then she would be a Memento's target.
Yeah.
Let's check.
Oh yeah, just put her name in there.
The Futaba Sakura that lives at Sojiro Sakura's house. Is that gonna be enough?
Well, we still need a sin or crime or something.
Well, starting with this works.
That's true.
See, because it's after this that you have to...
What the?
She's got one.
So, just like we'd been surmising this whole time, you can have a palace without necessarily being evil. You just have to have
A
distorted
desire.
desires.
Strong enough.
So someone can have a palace even if they're not evil?
Yes, that thing we just said.
Grief.
Hey, Morgana.
Yeah.
Where's Morgana?
And
Did Morgana stay behind?
he must have. He's been quiet this whole time. We hadn't even paid attention.
Oh my
No,
god.
it's not that he stayed behind. It's that he got left behind.
But he should have stayed in Jiro's bag the entire time unless he got scared.
He must have, yeah, something like that, or he hopped out of the bag because he's curious. On the bright side, Sojiro really wanted a cat anyway, so...
You're right!
And I mean, it's not like it's some strange cat. It's like, oh, hey, Morgana, I guess you got left here when that happened, huh? It's weird that he carries you around everywhere, but...
You're mine now!
Here you are, so...
Yeah.
So it's like, he's fine.
Yeah, that's excellent.
I haven't seen him for some time.
He can get some extra information like this, and he can get pampered like a cat, which he may hate, but probably like a real cat, which he is, then...
He's not a person.
He will absolutely despise the fact that he is getting pampered as a cat. He may be even getting pampered as a cat by Futaba.
Yeah, yeah.
And he will hate it, but actually he'll really like it.
Of course, of course.
So, ever since we went inside Boss's house?
It's like, it'd be a problem if he got left at Madarame's house or Kaneshino's den, but over there's okay.
Hey.
Somewhere around there. He'll be fine, though. He's a cat after all.
That's a good excuse to go back.
That's true.
The trains are gonna be shutting down for the night soon, so we should probably be heading home.
In fact, that even is a perfect excuse to go back. So much so that Morgana might even have, air quotes, done it on purpose.
On purpose?
Very good.
Thank you. It was that or on pawpuss.
We have to go to school in the morning after all.
Oh, right. The urgent assembly.
Man, time is passing so fast through the story.
Right?
An assembly? What about?
I don't go to your school.
Shujin has been garnering a lot of attention ever since Medjed called out the Phantom Thieves. So they need to remind us not to say arbitrary stuff online and add more fuel to the fire.
Yeah,
Don't feed the trolls?
basically.
We gotta meet up for every goddamn little thing. Talk about a pain in the ass.
It's like, gonna be like, what, a couple hours? Then you'll have the entire month and a half or 2 months to
Month
do
and a
whatever.
half for 2 months. Just, it's not even a month.
Oh, summer vacation's not even a month?
This is Japan, man.
Oh, God, that sucks.
That's not how it works. Plus, there's plenty of schools in the U.S. that are year-round.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, it is our fault.
Kind
Yeah,
of.
I suppose these people, of all people, can't complain.
Anyway, let's contact each other afterward.
But no, I mean, being forced to go to school, like, over summer break, even if it's just once, it's like, why must you slay us? It's like when you get homework over breaks. And you're
Yeah.
like, man, forget this.
I always did my homeworks in class.
No way in hell he's abusing her.
Of course.
The reason why Futaba wants her heart stolen must be related to what happened to her mother.
So this means she's got a bug somewhere in the...
I was about to say that same
How
thing.
interesting.
So she'd like to discard her feelings of pain, but can't do anything about it herself.
Will changing her heart really help her, though?
Man, poor thing. It's bad, okay? But on the bright side, she is such an enterprising person.
She's like her mother.
Yeah, like, she was able to concoct this plan. We still don't know about the Medjed stuff, and I guess
Right.
Futaba is probably not a member of Medjed. We had been assuming so just because it would be convenient for the character that everybody knows is a hacker is related
Right.
to the hacker group. Them aside, that means she has learned a whole lot of skills and been doing things,
Right.
like, even though she's like this.
Yeah.
So it's like she needs help, but she's not all gone.
No.
And she's not just like lazing around in utter misery.
Right.
There's a part of that, but she's doing stuff on top of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Even without leaving, she's been able to come up with this. Like, how did she do it, I wonder?
I don't know, but I think I have that same type of keyboard. The one that lights up?
Well, yeah, you do have a very similar keyboard, yeah. How does she reach the tissues?
She obviously has to stand up.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the room.
Looking at messing with you.
Looking at like the instant yakisoba.
I like that the drawer full of ramen. Like it's a drawer in her desk that's full of all that.
I was thinking that was trash, but you might be right.
Maybe it is trash, actually. Yeah, that cup ramen does not look open.
Okay, so that's how she gets her food.
And then she's got those drinks in the cooler there underneath pillows and
then I guess that's a stack of books. So it's not like she hasn't been taken care of and isn't taking care of herself. So that's, to a degree, it's like all is not lost.
Yeah.
So that does speak well of her.
If we can help her, we may be able to stand up to Medjed.
Hold on a sec. Do we even know if she has a palace? Let's check.
And now...
The Futaba Sakura that lives at Sojiro Sakura's house. Is that gonna be enough?
And now she's going to hear more about the process and understand why they were asking for a name and all that stuff.
Right. I am surprised that she wasn't able to get previous information, though, from those logs, but...
Well, maybe hearing them say it is a little different, a little more believable.
That might be true as well.
What the?
She's got one.
So someone can have a palace even if they're not evil? Hey, Morgana.
Ah! Yep, we were right.
You called, Lady Ann?
And of course she knows who Morgana is.
Yeah. Man, it's weird not having Morgana here.
I have to think out loud for myself without Morgana. Now that I'm here, I can't believe how much I've depended on that cat. Oh God!